Hi, this is Melanie for Pardesi. I'm here to do a review of the wonderful film Kedarnath, starring Sushant Singh Rajput and the debut of Sara Ali Khan. Kedarnath the story is based around a real tragedy that happened in June of 2013, so 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago. From what I understand, I think the film was supposed to be released in the summer to commemorate the 5-year anniversary of the disaster, but for whatever reasons, production issues or whatever, it did not come out until now. There was also some problems because Sara Ali Khan is obviously going to be in Simba later this month, and this was slated to be her debut. And anyway, it got ironed out that this film got released at least a few weeks before her appearance in Simba opposite Ranveer Singh. Saying that it's the debut of Sara Ali Khan, there's always a lot of speculation when it is about nepotism and is this child of stars really worth giving a big debut in a major motion picture? And let me tell you, I have been, from the very first teaser trailer, I could just tell that Sara Ali Khan was someone who you can't take your eyes off of when she's on the screen. She has that it factor. She has that X factor. Whatever you want to call it, she's got it. And she's talented, too. She has an effervescent, very honest and real-seeming personality. She's not shy. Let me just put it that way. And I saw her on Coffee with Karan with her father safe, and I was very, very impressed. I was very impressed with her. And I've seen a couple of other videos, and she just, I don't know, she has some sort of natural charm and personality to her, just in interviews, which is quite impressive. And she seems also to be kind of just a humble, natural person who is aware of all the advantages that she has and the opportunities that she has as the child of stars. But you know what? She lives up to it. She steps up to the plate, and she does a great job. So this film is really hers. Sushant Singh Rajput's part, it's a lot of shy smiles. He lets her, he takes a more quieter role through a lot of the picture and lets her shine, which I find admirable. But then when he has to, Nishant Dahi, who plays Kulu, who is the smarmy fiance, who's only about doing even more development in the valley next to the temple. And Mansoor is Sushant Singh Rajput's character, who is a Muslim porter, someone who helps with his donkey and with his own back. You've seen the poster with him with the basket. Helps take pilgrims up to the many miles up the mountain to reach the temple. Sara Ali Khan, I thought from the poster, I thought from the trailer, I thought she was a pilgrim, like visiting with her wealthy family. I thought that's why it was going to be one of those, you know, romances on a trip. No, her family is wealthy. Her father is actually a priest, at least wealthier than the poor porter played by Sushant. I just love the way that they meet. She's obsessed with cricket. And so is he. And they both have their superstitions. And they meet as she stops at outside a bar or whatever to catch a game. And he just is taken with her exuberance about the game. And she's kind of been spotting him. And, you know, that just kind of starts the first moment where they kind of connect and spark. And there's a lot of sparks. I love the romance between them. My friend Sunny explained to me the significance of her pouring out her chai and offering it to him. And when he first refuses, and then another time he does accept, and they share the same cup. And what that means as far as courtship. I really like the chemistry between the two of them, but really it's a lot of her wearing him down and her being determined that this relationship is going to work in the face of family opposition, in the face of a horrible fiance, and there's complications. It's not just a normal story where there's just an evil fiance. There's family complications with her sister. I'm not going to go into why. It was kind of interesting how that played out. The director of this film is Abhishek Kapoor, who lasted Pithoo, which was not a successful film, but was a beautifully filmed film. And then he's known for Kai Po Che, is probably his best movie, and Rock On. He co-wrote the script for this film, Kedarnath, with Kanika Dillon, who wrote the script for Marzian, which I loved that script. And now that I know, in looking up after I've seen the film, that this is the same screenwriter, the same woman, I see a commonality, because Taapsee Pannu's Rumi character was such a real woman and such a spitfire. And here we have another very real, fully fleshed out seeming girl. I mean, I love a girl who goes for what she wants. I love a girl in a movie who is full of chutzpah, full of attitude, full of spitfire, strong. And that's what she gives us here in Sara Ali Khan. And Sara Ali Khan just runs with it. She does such a great job. And so then she's kind of pursuing Sushant, who is, more shy and just doing, little glances and whatever. There's many scenes of her hiring him to take her up and down the mountain to her uncle's shop, I guess. And she's just chattering away to the horse or donkey and just saying, why won't he look at me? Why, dressing the donkey? Why is he stealing my handkerchief, but he won't talk to me? I ate all of it up with a spoon. And there's a lot of other things that they put in the script. There's talk about overdevelopment of the valley and what the overdevelopment, I think that was a factor in the disaster. And also tensions between the Muslim community and the Hindu community in the town. And that is, personified by Mansoor's character and the fiance, coming to blows and whatever. So I loved the whole love story. I thought the filming of the disaster portion, while the CGI wasn't always perfect, I thought it was extremely good. And you really felt the power of the water. And that is what's so important. You started the film when it's still just showing the credits with a black screen. You start with the sound of the water. And it's just ever present in this town because the river has divided around the town, and it flows on either sides and then kind of rejoins. And so you can see from the beginning, just the scenery is so gorgeous, the mountains, and just how, the water is just part of their everyday life, these beautiful rivers. But then, it becomes a roaring tumult and so powerful and full of destruction at the end. So they do, evidently, they show in the movie, there's this rock, that huge boulder that the flood of water brings to right where the temple is. And it did cause the water to divide. And it's being seen as a miracle. So they do show that in the movie. And I thought it almost looks like it's too good to be true, but it is true. It's something that sort of like, if you just wrote that, you'd be like, okay, I'm not going to believe that, but it's really what happened. So I found those scenes to be very affecting. There's sort of an epilogue at the end, which I'm not sure was really necessary. The film could have ended for me at a scene just a few minutes before, which I thought was a more natural ending to the film. But I was very satisfied with this movie. We've come off Thugs of Hindustan, we're waiting for Zero, and it's nice to have a really good picture in between we've got a couple of weeks before the onslaught of December 21st when all of these big movies are coming out. Just Zero's not the only one. In all the other languages, there's big films coming out. And so it's nice to have this one in the middle here, something to go out that's good in the holiday season. I just am really taken with the romance of it. The songs were very good. I've been listening to the soundtrack, particularly the Sweetheart song, which happens at a wedding. At one point, Sushant asks Sara Ali Khan, "What you called me sweetheart? What does that mean?" And then when she explains it to him, then he gives one of his little shy smiles, and then that leads to this song where he calls her his sweetheart at the wedding, at his friend's wedding. Loved seeing Sushant dance like that. Sara Ali Khan is very good on the dance floor as well, but Sushant really is such a good dancer, and I just was delighted that at least they included one big number like that. And I always, love those kind of songs at weddings and in movies. I would look forward to them, and I was waiting to say we'd seen part of it, on YouTube, and now to see the full dance number was really wonderful. I hope that this film does well. Sara Ali Khan has another big film coming up, but it's really Ranveer's movie, Simba, And so, yes, she will be there. She will be a big part of it. But I love that her debut, that this is really her movie. And it's because of her force of personality that makes the film as good as it is for me. And was, normally I'm looking for the hero and delighted in him, but she just commands your attention and she's so good. So I think she's got that star factor. Whatever it is, she's got it. Please like and share this review. Follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT and subscribe here to the Pardesi channel. If you hit the bell, you'll get a notification whenever I have a new trailer action or film review.